Hey guys, I thought I'd jump on real quick and just do a little update on the channel. Um, we have a few subscribers now, so we're starting from scratch, which is, that's where we start, right? We got to start somewhere. I have tried to reinvent this channel and everything that I do 5 or 6 times, and I way overthink it and get way too caught up in the details. Is the lighting right? Is my hair right? No. Is my porch right? Should it be inside? Should it be outside? Scripting, should I script doing a video or should it just be myself? And I just decided after, having some quiet time and some meditation to take my advice, seek out some inspired thought. And so I did that just a little bit ago, which was just me calming myself, finding a quiet place, this is probably one of my favorite places on my porch, listening to the nature and the cars in the background, but mostly nature. And just doing some breathing exercises where I like to do, I think they call it box breathing, where you breathe in for 4, hold for 4, breathe out for 4. And so I was doing that. And, how long do you do it? Well, I'm sure there's other people on here that will tell you this is exactly how you breathe and how you meditate and how you do this and how you do that. And I'm just not that person because I do it different all the time. I do, the most consistent thing I do is that I do it every day. I do it in the morning. I do it before I go to bed. I'll do it midday if I need to, if I feel like I need to recalibrate, if I've had a lot of negative thoughts coming in or feel like kind of the world is like frustrating, because I don't want to be in that place of frustration and lack and hopelessness and negativity. I just don't like it. And I've worked really hard to not really isolate, because that's not a good thing to do, but step away from the things and people who don't make my heart feel good. And so in doing that, I've really been practicing the meditation piece, and the breathing has really helped. I don't know that I meditate the right way, but I know I can get myself into a place of calm, cool, collectedness, probably in about a minute or two. And whatever, anxiety or angst that's kind of welling up in my chest, or maybe was in my chest, or a lot of mine's in my tummy mostly. I can calm it. I can control it for the most part. And then I just, continue that exercise until I feel like it's enough time to where, all these thoughts that are racing into my head all the time, like, you got to do this and this and this and this, and you got to do that, the schedule, all that kind of stuff. And a lot of that's just residual energy from being a mom when I was around the kids everywhere and trying to keep everybody's schedule straight and just trying to keep everybody alive and remember to pay the bills. And it's been quite a while since I've had to do that, but all that residual is still sitting in my cells, I believe. And it will rear its ugly head at times. And I have to remember, no, you're good. You have control. You are full of the energy of the universe. You have the same power of the universe within you. You are a co-creator with the source in you. And so I just really try to get to that place to where the thoughts slow enough to where I can then maybe focus on, maybe it's something really general. Maybe it's just, today is not really going the way I want it. I can't put my finger on it, but I don't feel good. I don't feel strong. I don't feel positive. I don't feel like I'm living my best life right now. It could just be like 1 or 2 phrases, not really going down the rabbit hole of it. It could be something that just happened. A customer yelled at me. They don't really yell at me anymore. When I was in retail, they yelled at me all the time. But again, that's all residual stuff. So if somebody is being a little short with me, or I perceive they're not happy with something, my body internally, my very cells just kind of like a knee-jerk react of, fight or flight, like I'm being yelled at again or whatever. And it's just that residual, it's really trauma. in those cells because I hate it so much. So just whatever it is, just to calm it, slow it down, so then I can be receptive to an inspired thought. Like it could just come across as, you're good, you're fine, you're here, you're breathing, you got this. It could be a solution to, I just don't know how, maybe I'm overwhelmed with my workload, because I do that to myself sometimes. I have, dressers to do and range covers to do and a job to do, and I'm yawning, sorry. That just comes out of nowhere. And I'm tired, and then it just could be a thought like, not today, girl, just do it tomorrow. What about Saturday? Or maybe I'm stuck on a design. I do design and create a lot, and sometimes I get stuck on my design, and I just kind of need to go within to find some inspiration. And it could be, yeah, that's the color, that gray, that's going to work. But I'm not able to hear that or experience that when my mind's going a mile a minute, because it's like people yelling in your head. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Some people will think we're crazy, but it's not crazy. It's just residual energy. All anxiety and that angst inside of you is energy that needs to be redirected in a positive way. It's just stewing. It just doesn't know what to do. It needs an outlet. And so when you get into that quiet place, whether you're breathing and doing exercises, to calm yourself, you can't hear for the noise inside your own cells. You can't hear for the angst in your own body. And when I was talking earlier, I did a video on the 12 laws of the universe, so check that out. And it's just an overview. I'm going to go into each of them a little more in depth, and this will make more sense. But when we're filled with so much energy of the now, but also our past, our DNA, generations of angst, generations of hardworking, generations of problem solving. We have that within us. But what's amazing is we also have the power to fix it and to make it better, and to live deliberate lives and not have to go day after day and stay angst and sad or, all over the place. We can find that place of calm. We have to be deliberate about it. So anyway, that place of quiet, I get an inspired thought. And that thought, whether I can hear it audibly, sometimes I can hear my own voice. I've never heard the voice of God going, Jennifer, go here. I haven't heard that. Some people say they do, though, and I'm not discounting that. I just don't. I get more of a, that's it. And that creates an emotion. And all emotion is energy in motion. So now that angst that's kind of swirling around and they're not knowing where to go, now through that inspired thought, I have an emotion that's being inspired, and that's where that energy is going to flow now into a more positive, useful tool, because that positive emotion is going to affect my behavior. So maybe had I not done this practice and somebody's really getting, I'm just snapping back at the kids, which I've done a lot. I'm very guilty of this. Snapping back at friends and coworkers, or just, I've been really rude to people. But instead of, because I'm going within and I'm listening to that source and I'm listening to that universal energies that's within me, it's causing a positive emotion, which you can't. It's not possible to have a negative behavior, take a negative action while you're feeling something positive. Can't do it. You cannot make a wrong decision when you're working from inspired thought and a positive emotion. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. There are an infinite of ways to get what you want. There's an infinite amount of solutions to have the person in your life that you want, to have the home, to have the job, to have the money. But it will never be wrong when it's inspired from within. That's how you know. Because you don't have the angst in your belly. You don't have the knots. You don't have the upsetness. You don't have the, it's not anything negative. It's just a positive, I got this. And so you do that enough times. You have to persist. And what you create will manifest itself. And I had just got to the point a couple of years ago where I wanted more control over what I was creating, instead of being a victim of my circumstance, a victim of people, how they treat me, a victim of things happening to me from the outside, and realize that I created this all, and say I did it on purpose, but I did create it. And so now, because the laws work, law of inspired action, laws of the universe all work, whether you believe them or not. It doesn't matter if you believe it. It's working. You are manifesting your daily outcome. You are attracting like, and your external world, the people around you, the home, the friends, the job, the financial situation, is you pushed out. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this as we go through, but just know that with the law of inspired action, it starts with a thought, and it starts with you calming yourself. And I haven't done meditation videos, but I will. But I encourage you to breathe. Find a place to breathe. I do, again, called box breathing. 4 in, hold it 4, exhale 4. And how long do you do it? You do it until. Most people will say 10 to 15 minutes is enough. That's fine. But I do it until. And if I have to do it 3 times in an hour because I'm having a really rough day, I'm going to do it 3 times in an hour. But what I'm not going to do is continue to live my life on a reactionary basis, blaming others for my circumstance. It's not. So I hope this helps a little bit, and I hope it at least encourages you. The sun has gone down now. It's getting a little dark outside. I don't know how to do all this lighting and whatnot, but we'll learn it, and we'll just be more aware. So leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel. We're starting with 3. So, hey, let's get to 30. I want to get to like 30,000. That would be fantastic. I'm going to put that on my manifesting plate. So for now, thank you so much for watching and following, and I really hope this helped you out a little bit.